The history of Silent Hill. In this first episode, we take a look at the story of the first Silent Hill video game. Firstly released in 1999 for the PlayStation, Silent Hill uses a third-person view to mitigate limitations on the hardware present at the time. Developers liberally used fog and darkness to model the graphics. The game follows Harry Mason as he searches for his missing adopted daughter in the series' multi-universe, which consists of alternate dimensions based on the series' fictional American town. Stumbling upon a cult conducting a ritual to revive a deity it worships, it discovers her true origin. 5 game endings are possible, depending on the player's actions. At the start of the game, Harry drives to Silent Hill with his daughter Cheryl for a vacation. At the town's edge, he swerves his car to avoid hitting a girl in the road. As a result, he crashes the vehicle and loses consciousness. He wakes up in town, meets police officer Sybil, and realizes that Cheryl is missing. Silent Hill is deserted and foggy, with snow falling out of season. Harry also meets Dahlia, who gives him a charm she calls to Floros. Dr. Michael Kaufman, director of Silent Hill's Alchemilla Hospital, and nurse Lisa Garland, who worked at Alchemilla.
And counteract the wrath of the underworld. These will help you. Make haste to the hospital before it's too late.
Wait! Don't go yet!
Harry encounters a symbol mark throughout Silent Hill, set by Dahlia to enable the Otherworld to take over the town if its multiplication continues. Eventually, the player has an opportunity to save Kaufman from a monster's attack, and the Otherworld begins taking over the town. After being told by Dahlia that the girl from the road is a demon responsible for the symbol's duplication and urged by her to stop the child, because if he does not, Cheryl will die. Harry is attacked by Sybil, who is parasitized by a creature. The player must choose whether to save her or to kill her. The girl appears again, and is put under Dahlia's control by the Floros. Dahlia arrives and explains that she manipulated Harry into trapping it, since only he could approach it. It is a phantasm of her daughter Alessa, who possesses vast supernatural powers. Harry awakens in another dimension. He encounters Lisa, who realizes she is dead, and begins transforming. Harry flees horrified. Her diary reveals that she nursed Alessa during a secret forced hospitalization of the later in Alchemilla. Harry soon finds Dahlia along with the apparition of Alessa, and Alessa herself, charred. 7 years earlier, Dahlia had conducted a ritual that impregnated Alessa with the cult's deity through immolation. Alessa survived because her status as the deity's vessel rendered her immortal. Alessa's resistance to the ritual caused her soul to be bisected, preventing the birth. One half of her soul went to the baby Cheryl, whom Harry and his wife had adopted. Dahlia then cast a spell that would draw it back to Alessa. Sensing Cheryl's return, Alessa manifested the symbols in the town to prevent the birth. During the endings in which Sybil survives, Dahlia reveals these symbols to be repellent, with Alessa's plan thwarted and her soul rejoined. The deity is revived and possesses her.
Mommy! Why didn't I see this before? There's no reason to wait. Herein lies the mother's womb, containing the power to create life. I could have done it all myself. Mommy?
Four different endings are available, depending on whether Harry saves Sybil or Kaufman, or both. The bad ending occurs if neither is saved. Alessa electrocutes Dahlia, and then attacks Harry, who ultimately defeats her. Cheryl's voice thanks Harry for freeing her and Alessa. Harry collapses and the game cuts to his corpse in the crashed car. The Bad Plus ending finds Kaufman dead and Sybil alive after the echoing of Cheryl's voice and Alessa's disappearance. Sybil walks to Harry and convinces him to flee. The good ending finds Sybil dead and Kaufman alive. Kaufman is revealed to have secretly allied with Dahlia and enabled Alessa's hospitalization. Fleeing betrayed, he forces the deity out of Alessa, also causing her to vanish. After Harry defeats it, the deity disappears and Alessa appears, who manifests a baby reincarnation of herself, gives it to Harry, enables their escape from the dimension, and then dies. As Harry escapes with the baby, a transformed Lisa prevents Kaufman from leaving. In the Good Plus ending, Harry escapes with Sybil and the baby, with Lisa again stopping Kaufman. The joke ending sees an abduction of Harry by extraterrestrials.
Let me ask you, have you seen a little girl around here? Short, black hair?